I took the day off yesterday to go up north and do a little story that I'm going to share with our viewers coming up, and it probably is something that you would appreciate. It's wine tasting, and I imagine you like that as well.
Yes.
But today we're talking a little bit about St. Patrick's Day, because quite frankly, it's really less about the wine and more about the beer when we talk about that and all the fare that goes along with it. And we thought we would help you out with a couple of Irish dishes. Joining me now in the Stone Creek Kitchen is Cody Harris, Executive Chef at Thirsty Lion Pub and Grill, getting us ready for St. Patrick's Day with a couple twists on the classics. Would you say?
Exactly. Yeah, we put together a nice menu for our celebration coming up next week for St. Patrick's Day.
I like how you say next week.
The whole week. The whole week we're going to celebrate.
Identify it with a
we'll
day.
peak on Saturday. So,
right.
Yeah, so for our fresh sheet this week, we're featuring a corned beef macaroni and cheese along with a braised lamb shank. We're going to do some traditional Irish boxty potato pancakes, some nice fresh salmon.
Shepherd's pie's got to be in there somewhere.
Absolutely,
right?
And Guinness onion soup.
Ooh,
so
that
we use
sounds
some Guinness
delish.
beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the primary ingredients for this particular recipe are just kind of laid out right here, and they include a lot of the things that you would expect would be.
Yep. We use a cavatappi macaroni in this dish. We just steam some cabbage. We have some julienne carrots. We make our corned beef in-house. We braise it in Hefeweizen beer, and we braise it for about 3.5 hours, and then we bring it
nice
out.
And tender.
So we cooked this morning and brought that in. This is some cooking liquid from our cooking, so mostly beer in there. A little bit of cream. We have a Swiss cheese, jack cheese, and
this
cheddar
is
mix. This is a pickled onion for garnish.
Okay.
We just took some red wine vinegar and some sugar and reduced that and got some nice color to the red onions, and that's going to give us our little acid on top of the creamy, salty flavors.
Well, let's get
of the
things
corned
going
beef.
in this
All right,
pan
we're
of
going to
ours.
start off, and we're going to put a little olive oil in the pan.
And our pan is about a medium heat?
Yep, medium heat, not too hot. And then we're going to add in our carrots.
Now, if we weren't rushing this, say for TV, the total prep time and cook time would be roughly
3 or 4 minutes.
Oh, okay. So it's a quick one.
Yeah, just chop up some meat. So
it's good to know when people at home, can kind of go to recipes like this when they get home from work. Or
we're going to throw in our steamed cabbage. We just chopped it up. We're going to give it a little shake, little kosher salt and black pepper for seasoning, and then we're going to put in a whole bunch of corned beef. Get that nice salty flavor in there.
Now, as you mentioned, you braise yours at the restaurant. For at-home chefs, what would you recommend that we do to be able to kind of mimic this in our own kitchens?
I'd go to your butcher and ask for a nice corned beef to do that. So if you're going to do it on a weeknight or something like that.
Perfect.
So we're going to give that a stir. Then we're going to put in some of our cooking liquid from the corned beef just to give it that little extra flavor. Get all the goodness from the pan.
And you said Guinness was kind of the primary...
Hefeweizen beer for this one.
Okay.
Yep, a wheat beer for that. Then we're just going to add some heavy cream, just what you buy at the store.
And therein lies the macaroni and cheese component of this.
Then some cheese. So Swiss cheese, jack cheese, and cheddar is what we use. So we're going to give that a stir. Let it reduce a little bit, get the cheese melted.
I can't imagine anybody would want to make this any healthier, but if they did...
You can be healthy the week after.
You can be healthy the week after. We could probably even kind of substitute the heavy cream for, say, maybe like half milk and half cream or something like that. But I'm not advocating that. Do not misunderstand. I want the real deal.
Exactly. We're going to put in a little of our spinach walnut pesto, a little bit of basil for our green for St. Patrick's Day. Give that a stir. Now we're just going to throw our macaroni in.
When we talk about corned beef and that being kind of just so distinctly Irish and St. Patrick's, what's kind of the beginnings of that? And was it? Do you know any history on that?
I think it was just it's a rough cut of meat that you have to cook for a long time. So during the poorer stages of Ireland, that's what they cooked.
That's what they cooked.
That's what they ate, and they preserved it. They brined it, and then you can just cook it at long periods of time.
Well, it works well, and it works well.
It absolutely does.
Absolutely works well in this Thirsty Lion and Irish pub recipe.
Oh, absolutely. Corned beef is one of our #1 sellers.
Now, will this be exactly what you serve next week?
Exactly what I serve.
Oh, okay.
We're going to just let it simmer just for a little bit longer, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to plate it up, and we're going to garnish with our pickled onions and some green onions and some nice Reggiano cheese.
Well, I think I should let you let this warm up a little so we can get that nice creamy.
Absolutely.
I would hate for you to plate it and not be like exactly the way you want it.
Exactly.
She's going, please don't make me plate it right now. Please don't make me plate it.
Not right now.
So we'll let this simmer just a little bit, let those things get a little bit kind of thickened, and then when we come back in our next segment, we're going to be tackling an oven roasted lamb shank. I cannot wait. Cannot wait.